Well, we just opened the hood to do this master cylinder and found the lock never got it open. Well, as you can tell, she's rusty crusty. Yep, where we at? White lithium grease. We are going to slather it. Y'all want to watch? You usually want to watch everything. So, anyway, we are going to put our little handy dandy supplied straw on here. We are going to proceed to slather. Slathering is not bad. I guess I could have shook this. Just dawned on me. There. And we are going to slather all these moving parts because it's a bit dry. Truck sets. It needs all the help it can give. Give it spring a dose. It's easier to apply too much than not enough, so we want to make sure it gets into everything. So we're going to lay a healthy dose. And while we're at this, we're also going to do a few other little tricks here. Hood springs and everything, and hinges and everything are moving good. We are going to go to that little apparatus. And granted, we've already got its connections down here. I'm going to give them another little, I don't care if it's messy or not, I want it to work. And I'm going to spray that. And I'm also going to spray the end of that spring and the perch that it goes into down on the truck. So, hopefully, we're fixing to find out, hopefully, this hood can and will, let's see, hopefully this hood can and will shut and open like it's supposed to. We are going to find out. We are going to find out absolute 100% real time. I've had to wiggle and thump and everything else to get this hood open. It should open when I pull the handle, and it does. It was getting to the point where I had to pull the handle, push down on the hood, and all that good stuff to get it open. Well, the hood now opens, and I believe I will dose up the springs just because I can. I've got it out. Why not? You know, they're moving good, but I'm going to give them a healthy dose. These pins need lube, so you've got several, and they sometimes spin and they're not really a tight fit. So what looks like something that you don't want to grease, you really need to. You need to grease all those pins, both sides, to where they can move. Grease the back edges of your springs, etc. This stuff's messy. Yeah, it's messy. Do I really care? Not really. Don't forget your pivots up here. And like I said, hit both sides of them pivots. These are actually pressed in on that side. They won't shoot and turn, but that don't mean some of mine ain't froze up and are turning. So we're going to grease them. Watch, I get a face full here. This stuff, as it comes out, it's almost like it's carbonated. It bubbles around. That's one real good feature of it. It bubbles around and it kind of works its way in. It kind of creeps in. What you spray it on. Don't know if you can see anything or not, but maybe so. But that's what I really like about it. It comes out and it gurgles and googles and does all sorts of nasty looking stuff basically, but that nasty looking stuff is good stuff. It creeps down into where it needs to go. So, any of you that work for a big company probably pretty well know they love to slather door latches and things because they don't like to replace them, like on trucks, and they will coat this stuff down. And like I said, these pins on both sides and stuff, a lot of people want to argue with me, but you know, if you spray all this stuff good and just do it, these haven't been sprayed with anything in quite some time. You know, if you do it, your hood will open better. Especially on these old trucks, the hoods are aggravating to open and shut on if they're a little tight. So anyway, let's give you another directional view there. Me and Mr. Pod are trying to fight. There's the hood to see if she opens and shuts any better. Lord of mercy, yes. You're talking about night and day. what a little can of squirting, a little can full of squirting will do. Hood opens right up. I don't have to actually, I can actually shut the hood now without really having to slam it. Like I said, my old truck sits around if you want to drive it. The more you actually open and shut the hood, the smoother it will get. And you can do what I'm fixing to do. I'm going to recoat everything again just to make sure that it got into all the crevices. But, yep, the things we fix when we're not planning on it. Like I said, it's not pretty. That hood hinge is beautiful, ain't it? Yep, all nice and white, but you know what? Your hood opens and shuts. Ain't nothing worse than trying to get the hood open when there's ice froze around it and you can't get it open. Been there, done that because it was so darn stiff. Anyway, I'm going to get this tripod raised up and get you set up and let you watch me change this master cylinder.